your, he's, she's, the dreaded contractions. Oh yeah. Contractions are when we take two words and we put them together and we cut part of it out in the middle, right? And as native speakers, we love contractions. Like we've talked about before, in US culture specifically, time is money. So it's just straight up quicker to say I'm than I am. It's also just easier for us as native speakers, it's easier for us to say that. But the talking tip for today, this is very important talking tip for today. Just because it's easier for us doesn't mean it's easier for you. Just because we love to use contractions doesn't mean you have to. It doesn't mean you have to love them or even use them. So that's what's so important for us to talk about today. You only use what is easiest for you to remember, easiest for you to pronounce, and easiest for you to use and be understood. Remember, our goal is not to sound like a native. That's not what we're trying to do. Our goal is to be understood and to understand. So, every day we're perfecting our skills. We're getting better and better and better. That's our goal. Our goal is not to sound like a native. So, when you're making the decision, do I say I am or I'm? You're going to ask yourself, which is easier for me to say? Which is easier for me to remember? You can say, I will go to the store, or I'll go to the store. If you say, I will go to the store, people are going to understand you perfectly. If you say, I'll go to the store, but it doesn't come out quite right, because that's a hard one, then people are not going to understand you. And that's the important thing to focus on today. If you're trying to use contractions because you think you'll sound better, sound more like a native, you're not going to get any points. You're not going to get any points by using contractions. You get points when people understand you. That's the most important. So if you try to use contractions and they make you nervous, you get scared, you can't remember them, they're difficult to say, sometimes people don't understand you. First of all, don't worry, because we're going to have lots of talking tips. The next couple series of talking tips will be about contractions so that you can listen to them, understand them, practice them, and get more comfortable using them. But for right now, if it's difficult for you to use them, if you feel uncomfortable or they just don't come out right, don't use them. You want to use what's most comfortable for you. What comes out the most naturally. And that's what you want to do. You always want to focus on speaking the most naturally as possible, right? Our goal is to be comfortable and to speak and not have to think about it all the time. So that's the talking tip for today. And I've repeated myself a lot because it's so important. It doesn't matter if you think you sound more native. It matters if people understand you. And we're going to get better and better every day. But you don't have to use contractions. You use what makes the most sense for you, what you prefer. If you prefer to say I am, awesome. If it's easier for you, awesome. If you think I'm sounds really cool and you can use it and it sounds better to you, awesome. If it makes sense to you, perfect. Use it. Use contractions. Use them as much as you want if they make sense for you. Okay? Can't wait to talk to you soon. Have a great one. Ciao, ciao.